it relates to lead magnets and conversions. So let me ask you this question. Do you offer lead magnets as part of your marketing mechanism, your marketing machine, in order to attract clients? I guess you do. Now, how's that working for you? Because if it's working well, you can safely ignore this video right now and continue doing whatever you're doing. However, if you're offering lead magnets and you know that your lead magnet contains a lot of practical information that can solve problems for your ideal clients, that is, but people are downloading it and nothing's happening, well, first of all, I don't think it's your fault. It's not your fault, certainly, that you're an introvert knowledge expert or an introvert coach, consultant, or service business owner. I don't even think it's the case that your lead magnet doesn't contain valuable or valid information. That's a given. And if it does, or if it doesn't, then that's something else to take care of. What I see is the problem is the way that the lead magnet is used and the way that it's positioned within everything that you do. Now, here's what I mean. Most times as experts, we know, because of what we do, what our clients need. However, most clients, and certainly leads, they want something, and normally what they want isn't what we know that they need. So there's a misalignment between what they want and what we know they need. So what do? Well, you have two options. You can try to enforce your expertise is the way that I call it. You can try to force that on them, but it'll be like a little bit like force feeding a kid. If you've got kids, you know what that's like. Or you can do what I do, what I advise my clients to do, which is to give them what they want as a way to give them what they need. And here's what I mean. Let's take a typical example of a lead magnet. I've spoken about lead magnets, by the way, in other videos. And if you want to see how to create a great lead magnet that converts, okay, as part of your content that converts strategy, go to the Quiet Experts group and you'll see the video there and the training there. If you're not a member, feel free to join. Now, here's what I mean. Let's take the example of health and wellness, okay? So you have a solution that you offer. It could be coaching. It could be a training program, a multi-part training program. It could be anything at all. It's in parts. You break it up and you offer part of it as a lead magnet, a bit that makes sense. Now, here's the thing. That bit that makes sense to you as the expert may not be what people want. It may be what they need, but it may not be what they want. So while you're trying to push the solution to what their problems, so you're giving them what they need, people aren't consuming it. They're not taking it. I guarantee you, in fact, that if you put something out there that people want, they'll consume it and then they'll follow through. So in the case of health and wellness, I remember one of my clients said people were asking her about health and wellness devices, those wearable technology gadgets. And she was talking about other things in her marketing, in her lead magnets. And so the lead magnet wasn't converting. People were downloading the information, but they weren't taking action. They weren't responding to her emails, and they certainly weren't signing up. So she was nearly forced to start doing those extroverted things that she wasn't comfortable with. So the advice I gave her is exactly the same advice I'm giving you here. What I asked her to do was to, number one, visualize her system, have a visual representation of the steps that she uses to take people from point A to point B. And then she should then create lead magnets on all of those areas so that no matter which position where her ideal client comes into a world, they get something that is of value to them that they feel they want. Now, she created one on the Fitbit, the wearable technology. And here's the beauty of having a visual representation of what you do as a coach, consultant, trainer, or other type of expert. You can give people what they want. However, at the time they consume it, at the time they go to download, you let them know that this is just one part of the end-to-end solution, the things that they need to do in order to get the relief that they're looking for. And this applies to any niche, to any market, to any type of solution. So in the case of the wearable technology and the Fitbit, what she did was she said, look, this is one part of it, but there are also other things that you need to do. So even if you go and buy the latest and greatest gadget, whether it's an Apple gadget or some other type of gadget, there are things you need to do. You've got to adjust your nutrition. You've got to exercise regularly. You've got to do other things. Now, you might be listening to this and thinking, hey, Bayo, that makes sense. And sure, I tell them that. But at what point are you telling them? If you don't tell them at the time they access your lead magnet, you've lost the opportunity. So what you've got to do is, and if you want more information on how to do this, just check out the visual representation of the Quiet Experts method that I had. It's available on our page. It's available on our site. It's also available within the group. It's a visual representation that allows me to give people what they want, but very clearly point out where what I'm giving them fits into the whole ecosystem of the Quiet Experts method. And that's what you need to do. So your takeaway here is, first of all, go and create a visual representation of what you do, the steps that you use to take people from point A to point B. It can be as many steps as it needs to be. I'd recommend not more than 3, broken down into subsets of 3. For each of the areas, create a lead magnet. Now, when you create the lead magnet, as people go to download it, have a video or some other type of information that you use to educate them that while they've downloaded this piece, you congratulate them for that it's only a subset of the end-to-end solution that they need, or the end-to-end steps that they need to take, and see how that goes. So I hope you found that useful. It certainly has been an eye-opener for many introvert knowledge experts and introvert entrepreneurs online, and simply because it's a simple tweak that gets you powerful results. So until next time, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about how to use this in your business, and I'll certainly be happy to help you. See you then.